So another tool we can use is something called Insert Edge. So I'm going to show you how to use that now. So if we go to, again, I'm really sorry, I don't tend to use these menus. I tend to use the marking menus. But if you go to Mesh Tools and go click on the Option tab here, there's two ways of doing this. Now there's this one, Multiple Edge Loops, which what it'll do is it'll calculate the distance between this point, this vertex and this vertex, and draw a line in between it, so you can start to evenly space out your geometry. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can use relative distance from the edge, which allows you to draw an edge anywhere on the mesh. And if we double click on the edge and hold V, you can actually snap that to any vert point here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm kind of cutting out this hole. I'm just going to put the wireframe on so you can see. So I'm holding V to snap it. Sorry, Jack. Okay. And then what you would want to do is, because if we were to then open this, you'd want a line here somewhere, so you've got a bit of a gap. So if we can do it on the other side. So you can roughly start to shape out the bit where it comes out here. Okay. That's probably a bit too much, so I'll bring it in. Now, one thing I will mention, I completely forgot, we work in 3 dimensions, so we have X, Y, and Z. So Y is up, X is across that way, and Z is across that way. So you can see here that each of those colors is represented. So if we were to just select that edge, red, we can move in the X axis, along, green in the up axis, and blue in the Z axis. Okay, so I completely forgot to mention that in another one of the earlier videos. But you can see here, and if you wanted to increase the gizmo size, you can do by pressing minus on the keypad or plus on the keypad. So I normally keep it around about that size. But anyway, going back to the Insert Edge Loop tool, we could also put multiple edges in. Sorry. So Mesh Tools, Insert Edge, and the options. So we could actually put, say, 4. If I click on that, it'll split it up to 4. Now, as you can see here as well, we're starting to build a history. So I'm just going to press Q. That cancels the last tool you used. So you can go in selection mode, and then I'm just going to delete the history. One thing I would say, sorry, is let me just change this to 1. Split it. I'm going to cut this side off for a minute. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to grab that face, I'm going to extrude it, and I'm going to extrude it back to roughly about there. Okay. Then I'm going to get rid of that face, so by deleting it. Okay. Now that's kind of opened up a little bit of a problem here. Okay. So we need to actually fix it. So another tool we can use is something called Append Polygon tool. So if we go into the object mode, so that's right mouse button, hold, objects. And if we go to Mesh tool, you can see something called Append Polygon. So if we click on it, and if we click one edge, all these purple lines will show up. We click another edge, hit enter, always make sure you hit enter. That creates a polygon for us. Okay. And we can do the same in here as well. So there and there. And there you go. So now I have this kind of draw. So if I move this out of the way, you can see that I have this kind of draw which this will be able to slot into. Okay. So in the next video, we're going to look at beveling and also the modeling toolkit as well.